What's going on, guys? It's your favorite friendly neighborhood fat guy. My name is Otto, and today we are making salsa. Now, this particular salsa recipe is an old family recipe. It's one of my favorite recipes of anything that I make, and I love making it, and I will eat it until I hate myself. So today I'm going to show y'all how we make it, and then I'm going to stuff my face. So y'all sit back and enjoy. Alright, before we get started, we're going to need a few things. Big bag of cheese, 2 pounds minimum. A big can of Hunt's diced or crushed tomatoes, 2 cans of rotel, a couple of cans of black beans, and a big thing of paste chunky salsa. I personally like the chunky salsa. You can use the pecani sauce. I prefer that. Couple of bag of tortilla chips for dipping, obviously. So that's kind of all you really need for this. I also put hot sauce and sugar. I don't put a lot of sugar in there. Salt, pepper, you know, your basic seasonings. Hot sauce comes down to personal preference. You're also going to need a can opener. A can opener. Or a can opener. What I typically like to cook in is one of these. It's a 5-quart stock pot. Works well enough for this. Sometimes it gets a little full, so if you've got a 10-quart, that will also do. If you want to make a bigger batch, you know, just kind of adjust the ingredients as you go. But let's get started. The first thing we're going to start off with is the chunky salsa. Now the chunky salsa is going to go in first, and we're going to go ahead and start warming it up. Oh, doesn't that sound just fantastic? It's like the grossest sound ever. And then you can dispose of that. To start off, I like to do this on high heat to get everything kind of going. Helps to have a large spoon. Just kind of let that sit in there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up all these cans. Now once you get everything poured in, minus the cheese, all the canned stuff poured in, you're just going to want to stir it and kind of get everything mixed in good and just kind of let everything heat up. Be sure as you're going through this process, especially if you've got it on a higher heat setting, to stir continuously. Otherwise things will get burnt to the bottom of the pot, and nobody likes burnt salsa. So make sure you keep it well stirred. I personally, after the first few minutes, and let it get good in the coil, especially if you got an electric stove, let the coils get nice and heated up. Turn the heat down just a little bit. You don't need to have it on full blast the entire time. You just need to make sure that it gets heated up. Now once you get your cheese in, this is where we're going to start adding our spices and flavoring and whatnot. I like to put hot sauce in mine. Now what hot sauce you use is entirely dependent on you and what kind of flavor you're going for. Me personally, there's 2 that I really like. If there's a Moe's close by and you want a little bit of bite, go get some of their Hard Rock sauce and put just maybe a small, they have the little cups, put a small cup of that in there. You've got all the heat in the world. Alright, looks like it should be all ready to go. Moment of truth. Not bad. Not bad. Not my best batch, but not bad. I like mine really thick and really cheesy. If I had a bigger pot, I'd probably go with 3 to 4 pounds of cheese. And I probably would have drained the beans too. I like the flavor you get when you don't drain them. It gives it a richer flavor, but at the same time it makes it a little bit more runny. It's fine the way it is. It's still edible. It's still good. It's just I've eaten this so much. It's like I know when it's perfect and when it's not. And this one's a little off, but it's not bad. Another way you can keep it from being too runny if you don't like that, instead of getting the crushed tomatoes, find the diced tomatoes. And this is the half cup serving, or no, let's see, what size is this? This is the big can. Let's put it that way. It's the big can of the Hunts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This stuff is pretty good. Like I said, if y'all have any questions, and I can always leave me a comment. I can see what I can do for you. But for the most part, try it. If you don't like it the first time, tweak it, make it your own. I've really enjoyed cooking this, and I may do some more cooking videos in here. Like I said, it's mostly a motorcycle channel, but I like food, so we're gonna mesh the two. But anyway, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go stuff my face.